Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome to just a really quick tutorial. This is kind of going alongside Celestial Journey, but Isaka brought up today that, a lot of you guys probably didn't watch DDSS, you weren't around on the channel when I was doing DDSS, and so you might not be familiar with the way, if you want to really easily go about blood magic. Of course, in my Celestial Journey series, I'm going about it through self-sacrifice. That's because I don't ever really do self-sacrifice. And it's been a fun sort of challenge to kind of do, because it's something that I don't generally cover on this channel. And so I wanted to quickly show you a really easy way to start blood magic, because it's default recipe in this pack to do this. And let's say, for example, you've got a tier 1 blood altar and you need to get blood in this. What you're going to do is you're going to craft yourself some graveyard soil, which is really, really cheap. And you just set this up, and it needs to be pretty close to your altar. I would say, maybe go like in here. You could even come out like a little bit more, but it has to be within a few blocks of your altar. And of course, you don't really want to cover up where your pillar is going to be. So I'm not making anything fancy right now. You can. In DDSS, we did chisels and bits and had our zombies kept in chisels and bits. You can do that, of course, but I'm just going to be using, I think, glass for this, just so we can see inside of it and see what's going on. But you got your graveyard soil, and you've got some spaces for creatures to be kept. However you want to set these up. I know this is like hideous. But anyways, then what we're going to do is we're going to put glass shards down on top of the graveyard soil. It needs to be just one block wide there. And then what we need to do is just make sure that this is covered on the top, because the sunlight's going to burn our zombies. I don't think it would be able to kill them with the graveyard soil, but you might as well. Otherwise they're going to be making a lot of racket, and there's going to be fire and all that stuff. And also bear in mind, these corners, zombies can still hit you through these corners, so you may want to set it up differently depending on how you're designing your altar and stuff like that. And then all you really need to do is just drop your zombie in. And you can scale this out however you want. And you can see it's building up blood, like a lot of blood. And if I throw in, say, another zombie into that pit, it's going to be generating even more and more. Not that one. There we go. And what you'll want to do, let me turn down... so they're kicking away, and you can see, this fills up the altar rather quickly, like extremely quickly. And there's no, see, with the Well of Suffering, there's going to be a life point cost, right? And for the ritual to run, but with this, there's no life point cost whatsoever. It's just going to run, and it's going to fill up altars, and it's going to do all your crafting for you automatically. We will be setting up one of these on the Celestial Journey series, just not our first one. I wanted to do self-sacrifice. But whenever there's Blood Arsenal in the pack, there's not a whole lot of need for Well of Suffering. What you do want to make sure and do is make sure you name tag your zombies or your skeletons or whatever kind of undead. It has to be an undead creature, but make sure that you name tag them. And as you can see, they're not going to die. They're staying full health. And this is just constant. And this does couple with sacrifice runes. So, for example, if I go ahead and I bump this up. Okay, there we go. Let's say I bump this up to a tier 2 altar. And you could see, it's hard to tell. It's generating so fast, but it's generating faster now. And for example, if I grab some frozen stone, I throw that in, it's going to craft it up, and it's going to stay capped pretty much the whole time while it's running. Now, I would probably suggest you throw some speed in there, because it's going to be producing so fast that, you're just not going to need, you're not going to need it to be slow. But yeah, this is probably the better setup, I think, over Well of Suffering, because you can scale this out. You can just keep dumping multiple zombies in the same pit. And by the way, your glass shards, the way these are crafted, because you're going to need a few of these, but you can see if you hold shift, obtain by breaking glass while holding flint. And so what we can do is just, throw that out. Switch to survival mode. And just break that, and you can see I got 2. It's going to take you a little bit of glass, but not all that much. It's definitely worth it. So, anyways, if you guys enjoyed it or if it helped you out, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. I hope to see you guys next time. Tomorrow, of course, new Celestial Journey episode. Big stuff build coming together. So I hope you guys tune in for that. And I will see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys later.